these are the four futures: mind, meaning, muscle, and money. Myself and my great friend, Alistair McDonald, who's one of our black belt coaches, developed this quadrant system because I had this crisis about probably 7 years into my dental career. When I had my first 6 dental practices, I was hard charging. I had one goal, and that goal was to have $1 million in net revenue, income, personal income, and I wanted to have $1 million in the bank. I came up with this arbitrary goal when I was 15 years old, before I even knew that I was going to become a dentist. I said, before I'm 35 years old, I want to be a millionaire. And millionaire to me meant $1 million in the bank and making $1 million year over year. So I was hard charging. I decided to be a dentist. I built 6 successful dental practices. And lo and behold, I was 3 years late. But before my 38th birthday, my CPA said, hey, I just emailed you your tax return. Take a look at it for accuracy. We need to send it off by midnight tonight. Opened up my laptop. There was my tax return, and I had done it. For my 38th birthday, I made $1 million that year. It's like $1,030,000 or something like that. Remember it very, very clearly. I closed my laptop and I realized, holy cow, this is a 20-year goal, 22-year goal. I finally accomplished it, and I don't feel anything. In fact, not only do I feel nothing, I'm more miserable than I've ever been in my life. So I sacrificed my personal relationships, my health, everything to accomplish this goal. I accomplished it, and I realized there was no fulfillment attached to it. And then we started the Dental Success Institute, and we realized that, holy cow, I am creating a bunch of marks 14 years ago. We were tracking lots of different things. We were tracking systemization. We were tracking profitability. We were tracking EBITDA. We were tracking gross production, new patients, but there was nothing else happening as far as development and making sure that we were doing this for the right reasons and that we were fulfilled. So when I was 38 years old, if I was to give myself a score in the 4 quadrants, mind, meaning, muscle, and money, I would have given myself finally a 10 out of 10 in the money quadrant. I had accomplished my financial goal. Congratulations. Good job. My mindfulness quadrant, did I have the ability to manage my stress? No. I was extremely stressed to the point where, I probably had an ulcer. My blood pressure was elevated. I was not living a good quality life because I couldn't control the thoughts that were in my head. Very, very stressed all the time. 0 out of 10 in the mindfulness quadrant. My personal relationships were all suffering. Everybody in my offices thought that I was a jerk. I was the typical boss hole that managed people by negative reinforcement. I probably had 80 employees at the time. I wouldn't say that any of them liked me necessarily. I didn't treat them with respect. And my personal relationships, in addition to my professional relationships, were all falling apart. I never saw my sons. I was on the verge of divorce with my wife because I was traveling from practice to practice. And when I got home, I used up all my charm on the patients. I was not a nice person to be around. So my personal relationships were falling apart. My physical well-being, terrible. I was eating fast food. I wasn't getting to the gym. I was drinking way too much alcohol to control my stress. 0 out of 10, 0 out of 10, 0 out of 10, 0 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Everybody in the world will look at me and say, nice house on a golf course, brand new Range Rover, 6 dental practices. This dude is the picture of success. But I knew personally that I was not successful at all. I was not fulfilled and I was not happy. We want to make sure that you guys keep in mind that these things are more important than this thing. And this thing will improve if you improve these things first.